Welcome back, friends. Ryan here. In today's commentary, we'll be looking at Foxy the Fox 110's commentary on my commentary on her commentary on Jason's parody video on her in particular. Sit back, relax, and get ready to dive into the content. Enjoy the ride.
Hey, what's up with me? Foxy the Fox 110, the WWF fan, and welcome to Foxy Reacts, Season 4, Episode 103. And this is another Fox Reacts on Ryan. Now, anyways, before we get started, just want to say, don't attack Ryan or watch my thing, because this video was only meant for intent purposes only, and constructive purposes only. Anyways, let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another commentary video. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Foxy the Fox 110's commentary on Jason's parody video on her. Now let's dive in and see what she has to say.
Which is on Jason's remake parody video on me. Anyways, before we get started, just gonna say don't attack Jason and watch my thing, because this is only meant for intent purposes only, and constructive purposes only. Anyways, get started. Oh boy, let the pinch begin.
Basically every go commentator, whenever a video starts off.
Well, just because somebody uses that line doesn't mean they're in the anime community.
It clearly does. I've heard plenty of users say that phrase whenever the video they're doing a commentary on begins. And I don't know if I can name a few people, but I've been there before.
Well, beyond communities, and that's what it's called nowadays. We're having a parody, dude.
Well, let me explain it to you, buddy. Your comments generally follow a predictable pattern, focusing on specific words, sentences, or phrases, while neglecting to provide any original or constructive input.
Well, I'm actually going to try to coming up with something different to say.
Good. Maybe you can come up with something clever or insightful to say next time instead of the usual boring, predictable comments you have been making.
This repetitive pattern can be seen across multiple commentaries, which you call reacts, making it difficult to differentiate individual responses and providing a dull and predictable experience for readers. In other words, your comments lack variety and originality, making
Well, you know what? I'm going to let you finish first.
and dull.
Well, I'm going to try to come up with something different to say.
Well, I doubt you will.
Like a broken record which drives people away in frustration and annoyance. You will never know what I'll say next because I can't seem to form a proper sentence. Get ready.
Well, I've got a bit of a stuttering problem, dude. It's not my fault.
Your poor studying skills are the least of our concern here. You're completely clueless about the consequences of your actions and how much they affect others.
No, I was talking about I was saying stuttering, dude. I'm saying I have a little bit of a stuttering problem. That's what I was saying.
I wasn't sure about what you said. I thought you said studying problem. But even if you have a stuttering problem, it may cause you to struggle with forming sentences, but I don't see how it could possibly make you completely devoid of common decency and social skills. I think the problem is that you just don't care. You don't even bother to try and fix yourself because it's easier to blame others than to look inward and acknowledge your own flaws. You don't need a study program, you need therapy.
How can you even consider yourself sentient when you can't even think for yourself? Stop hiding behind your studying problem and take some responsibility for once, and maybe you should also learn to be a bit more mature towards other people.
I was not saying studying, dude. I said stuttering.
How about you say it more carefully so I can understand what you said then?
Because right now you're being very childish.
Uninspired and predictable response from me. It's a reaction, not a commentary.
Well, to be honest, I'm actually getting tired of saying that. And that someone finds something else to say. I actually decided to stop saying that and come up with something else to say, because I'm getting tired of saying that over and over again. So this part basically is out. So this part of your parody is basically outdated.
It's a reaction, not a
Since I stopped saying that, I'm excited to stop saying that and say something different because I'm getting tired of saying that.
Thank you, Foxy. Thank you. How
You're welcome.
would we have survived this without your infinite wisdom enlightening our simple minds and showing us the light?
It's a reacts, not a commentary. It's a reacts, not a commentary.
Well, guess why I decided to stop saying that?
Yeah, we heard you the first time.
I don't keep on saying intercept, dude. In fact, like I said before, I always like stop saying that because I'm getting tired of saying that, and I just like come up with something different to say.
Oh really? Then say something different right now.
Alright.
Something completely off topic. Say something that has nothing whatsoever to do with this parody video out of you.
Well, I didn't know that you are a fan of Pokemon.
Just because I used a Pokemon character for a commentary only once doesn't mean that I'm a fan of the series. Let's not immediately jump to conclusions and assume one thing based on one action.
I'm just like a robot programmed to say one phrase and nothing else. Why can't I say anything new?
Well, I'm going to start saying something new because I'm getting tired of saying that, so I decided to say something new.
It's not a problem with your fatigue or weariness, it's an issue with your lack of creativity and originality.
I ain't a fake loser.
See? You're doing it right now.
I have creativity.
Prove it then. What do you have to offer that's new and unique?
I'm so used to repeating the same.
Well, listen. Will you see it in this react video?
Aren't you going to say it right now?
Lines over and over again.
So guess what, I'm not going to say those words anymore.
And yet there's yet another one. How does this happen?
I have the ability to form new thoughts or express myself in a novel manner. This lack of imagination is holding you back and preventing you from interacting in a meaningful way with others.
Well, I'm going to come up with something else to say from now on.
Well, we're going to have to keep calling you out if you still keep repeating the same things.
Well, I'll try not to repeat the same things anymore and come up with something else to say.
I'll be waiting, but don't take too long. My patience has its limits.
Self-centered part of myself.
I ain't self-centered, dude.
You're still repeating the same things. Can we call that progress?
I'm the best at everything.
Dude, I would never say that.
Yeah, but that statement definitely gives the impression that you think you're the best at everything.
Well, I don't, because not everybody's the best at everything.
When you're a narcissist, it's easy to perceive yourself as the best at everything. In your mind, everything revolves around you and nothing matters unless it involves you. You're convinced of your superiority and have an inflated sense of entitlement. You may ignore the accomplishments, feelings, and opinions of others as they don't measure up to yours. This can lead to a narrow and self-centered worldview that causes you to miss the joys and value in life. It can also lead to trouble in your relationships with others and difficulty with empathy.
I never said that.
Now you're definitely just being difficult on purpose. Can't you think of anything original to say?
I never said that.
Can you please stop saying the same things over and over?
I would try.
I don't think you will.
It's making it very unbearable for us to listen to you.
I would never say that.
Wow, you sure can't help yourself. You're just a repetition machine, aren't you? A robot, maybe even.
I deserve all the praise and admiration.
I would never do that, dude. That's not me at all.
Prove it then.
Dude, that's not me at all.
Yeah, sure, it must be a good idea for you to regurgitate the same things like a broken record. Also, you really are a narcissist. You
I ain't a narcissist.
Yes, you are, Foxy, and the evidence is obvious. It's abundantly clear that you think everyone should worship you. Your narcissism is fueled by your overinflated ego and the need for validation.
attention and admiration from others to feed your inflated ego.
No.
You might want to look inward and reflect on your behavior. You can't deny that you have a bloated sense of self and a thirst for adulation from those around you.
You expect everyone to cater to your needs and pay attention to you at all times.
Nope, that's not true.
Well, it is true. You recently gave someone a username idea to praise you. You may have felt flattered and appreciated by the attention, but it also reveals your narcissistic tendencies. It's clear that you seek and crave attention and admiration, and are willing to do something nice for someone in order to get it.
You may become angry and upset when people don't recognize your importance or treat you with respect that you are entitled to. Oh, and speaking of your narcissistic behavior, it's even more apparent when you consider that you gave Brock Moment the idea to have a username that praises you.
Well, that username was not to praise me, dude. I just thought that the username Bro Moment, the FTF110 fan, would be a cool username for him. That's all.
Even though it may not be intended to praise you, it does reflect your underlying narcissistic tendencies. You are so sure of your importance and greatness that you can't imagine anyone not being your fan. You are so full of yourself that you would assume that someone's username must be dedicated to you. This is just one more example of your self-obsessed nature and the fact that you believe the world revolves around you.
And also, I decided to stop giving username ideas with the name FTF110 fan in it.
Good for you. It's important to recognize our toxic behaviors and make an effort to change them. Your decision to stop assuming you are the center of the universe is a step in the right direction. With time and effort, you can become a more considerate and empathetic person who doesn't expect the world to revolve around you.
If I had my way, the whole world would revolve around me.
Nope, dude. I would never act like that.
Prove it then.
I would never say something like that. Because I care about other people. I would never act like I'm center of the universe. I think it's metal thief.
What did you say for the second part? Please say it more carefully.
I was saying I would never act like that. And oh wait, you're talking. What the other part that I said? Never mind. I was saying, what the fuck is the matter with you?
My own inability to acknowledge my shortcomings. I can't possibly be wrong about anything.
Dude, I would never say something like that. I know that I'm wrong sometimes.
No, really? Because the things you wrote sounded like you were never wrong.
Well, I know that I'm wrong. I know that I'm wrong sometimes. Well, I know sometimes that I'm right. I know that sometimes I'm right and sometimes I'm wrong. And I've even admitted when I'm wrong. I never would say that I would never say that I'm perfect. Plus, nobody's perfect. I would never say that, dude. Plus, I only say when people are around is when they act. I only say around when they actually are around me, because like when they make lies about me and stuff. That's basically when I say that they're wrong.
So you're saying that you never make a mistake and that you're always right about everything.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I only say that somebody's wrong is when they are wrong or when they're making a lie about me. That's what I'm saying. I think you misunderstood what I was saying.
No, I understood exactly what you said. And my point is that by refusing to even consider the possibility that you might be wrong or mistaken, you're coming across as really arrogant and egotistical. And let's face it, we all make mistakes and get things wrong sometimes. It's part of being human. So by insisting that you're always right and everyone else is wrong, you're being very unrealistic.
That's incredibly arrogant and egotistical. And you're also proving his point by refusing to even consider that you might sometimes be wrong.
Well, I know sometimes that I'm wrong.
Well, if you're acknowledging that sometimes you're wrong, then why do you still insist that you're always right and everyone else is wrong? That doesn't make any sense.
Because I know everything all
I don't know everything, dude. Nobody does. I would never say something like that.
We certainly don't think you're perfect or think you don't need to learn or grow. It seems like you're confused about his own opinion of yourself. Maybe you should take some time to reflect on what you really believe about yourself, because it seems like you're in denial about some things.
Well, what do you mean by that, dude? I don't think I'm in denial. I'm kind of confused right now what you're talking about.
You seem to be contradicting yourself a bit. You say you don't think you know everything and that you don't think you're perfect. but the way you talked about yourself in the video makes it seem like you think you're always right and that you're very arrogant about your knowledge. Those are two conflicting ideas, so I was encouraging you to dig inside yourself and find out what your true beliefs are.
That's a lie.
Then why did you give Brug Moment a username idea to praise yourself then?
Well, I was giving them that username to praise me. I was just giving him that username idea because I thought that would be because I thought the name Bro Moment, the FTF110 fan, would be a cool username for him. That's all.
You might have thought that, but that doesn't change the fact that your suggestion came from a place of narcissism. It's clear that you are so full of yourself that you assume others will want to have their identity associated with yours. You have an inflated sense of self-importance and an irrational desire to be worshipped. You can try to spin it any way you want, but you are a complete narcissist. Stop pretending to be otherwise.
I'm constantly ignoring my own faults and refusing to learn from them.
I'm not ignoring my own faults, dude. I ain't ignoring my faults, dude. I actually have learned from my mistakes.
Prove it then.
You usually come across as arrogant and
Well, I have admitted my mistakes. So that's pretty much proof that I have learned from my mistakes.
inability to acknowledge my mistakes and
I have acknowledged my mistakes. I actually have admitted my wrongdoings.
Yeah, but you did not admit that you think child pornography is allowed on YouTube and give Brug Moment the username idea to praise yourself, did you?
I actually have admitted my mistakes, but the pornography thing, dude. I have admitted about the pornography, dude. I've admitted that about that, dude. And also, with that username ID that I gave Bro Moment was not from praise me. It's because I thought, like I said before, I thought Bro Moment, the FTF110 fan, would be a cool username for him.
You keep repeating that, but it doesn't change the truth of the situation. Your suggestion was motivated by narcissistic fantasies and a grandiose view of yourself. You may have thought that it would be a cool username for Bro Moment, but it was really a way for you to try and inflate your own ego. You were so full of yourself that you assumed that Bro Moment would want to be associated with you and call himself Bro Moment the Foxy the Fox 110 fan. You can't see things any other way because you're a complete narcissist.
makes me look even more foolish and stubborn. How dare you doubt what I say? I'm a god among men.
I would never act like that. I would never say that.
To anyone.
Well, to be honest, I have lied before in the past, but not in it. It was in real life. Not in real life, it was in the past, but it was in real life. Not on set, in it. But that was like a long time ago. Because I don't remember how old it was, but it was a long time ago. Before I was on YouTube.
I am infallible and beyond reproach. Anyone who challenges my assertions is a fool and a fool.
I would never act like this.
Down before me, you miserable wretch.
I would never act like that.
See guys? Foxy the Fox 110 always says the same things, and I mean always, over and over again.
Well, I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to break that habit.
Your efforts are futile. Your replies are predictable, unimaginative, trite, unoriginal, uninteresting, and boring. You sound like a robot who was programmed to have only a limited amount of things to say. I've heard your statements so many times and I can easily predict what you're going to say next.
She's like a broken record for a parrot that learned only a few words and won't shut up. She's not only boring with nothing new, fresh, or original to say, but she also annoys everyone, because they always know exactly what she's going to say, before she says it. The only funny thing here is that she probably thinks no one's onto her yet.
I would never act like that. Like none of you. That's not me at all. I'm actually a caring person. And really supportive as well. Really supportive of my friends and family as well.
It was just a joke, so I don't see what your problem is, Foxy, but you're
Well, I didn't know that was a joke.
getting offended over one joke.
Well, I didn't know that was a joke.
I heard you the first time, Foxy.
That's the end of the Double Fox Reacts. And oh boy, this parody video that this made on me is cringe.
Well, I thought it was funny. You just didn't find it funny, that's all. And the ending parts had me on stitches, not gonna lie.
And anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Well, I can handle your opinion, but you just suck. The Double Fox Reacts. And I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I mean, that's the end of the Double Fox Reacts. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Foxy the Fox, 110, the WWL fan.
Well, that commentary was fucking cringe. And there's only one word to describe it: repetitive. The repetitive nature of her commentary is saying and regurgitating the same things over and over, which shows a lack of originality and creativity in her approach. Can't she come up with anything better?
I would try to come up with things.
Perhaps you could try to have your own thoughts, opinions, and ideas instead of spitting out the same inane comments everyone has heard before. That would take actual effort, creativity, originality, and intelligence though, so don't get your hopes up.
Seriously, saying the same phrases over and over again just makes her sound so boring. I am sure people have more depth than that. Thank you so much for watching my commentary. If you enjoyed it, please remember to hit the subscribe button and click the bell notification icon so you don't miss any future uploads. Until next time, I will catch you on the next video.
Well, to be honest, I'm going to try to think of something else to say and try to break that habit of repeating myself and saying the same things over again. That is a habit, and I'm trying to break that habit.
No one is holding their breath waiting for you to say something interesting or intelligent. Your boring and predictable comments are so commonplace they're virtually expected of you at this point. I have no interest in seeing how long you can go without saying the same thing, as you're bound to fail. You're incapable of originality or innovation, you're utterly predictable and dull.
Anyways, that's the end of the Foxy Reacts, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Foxy the Fox, 110, the WWL fan.
That so-called commentary by Foxy the Fox 110 was not only boring and unoriginal, but she doesn't even have the brain capacity to think up anything new to say. She just mindlessly repeats herself like a broken record. Honestly, she must have been dropped on the sidewalk as a child to be this stupid. She needs to go back to school. Well guys, thanks for watching this commentary. I appreciate you taking the time to watch it. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to leave your thoughts and feedback in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more. See you next time.